Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Lights, Camera, Pop. This is episode 16, and I am one half of the dynamic duo, Richie Wayne, and with me, as always,
Hey man, how you doing? It's Mike. What's going on, guys?
it's your boy, Mike.
Yeah,
I
up
will
in this
never
biatch.
forget that. That was just like, you hit me with that so, like, smooth. I was like, oh, shit, okay. What's been up, man? Oh, fuck me. Guess what I forgot to do? Hold on.
What?
There's probably static, guys. Oh, hey, look at that. I forgot to switch it over. There we go. One of these days, I'm just gonna put a sticky note right on my laptop and be like, hey, switch over to the mic and not the laptop. So hopefully we're good. So what's been up, man?
And to be honest with you, not a whole heck of a lot, man. Just my life just revolves around work.
Yeah,
Yeah, so just work. Yesterday, well, a little bit ago was Avery's 16th birthday.
yeah. Happy
So
birthday, Avery.
yeah, so yesterday we had her sweet 16 birthday party, and it was Twin Peaks themed.
That's so dope.
I know, right?
Eh,
Like she's so into all that stuff. She's so into film and movies, television shows, and so yeah, it was Twin Peaks themed, and it was pretty cool. We had a good time. We had a real good time.
That's
Got
awesome.
all the families together, and it was nice. It was just nice.
That's important. That's important
And
that,
then today was my stepdaughter's birthday, so we all went out to eat for that again. So it was a birthday weekend.
oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm telling you. That's pretty wild.
Yeah,
I'm glad
it
you
was a
guys had a
birthday
good time,
weekend.
though. I love the idea of like a themed birthday party, like Twin Peaks or something like that.
I know, right?
Sadly, that's something I have never like got to have. Is like
Same here.
the like, and maybe I should have known this. We've known each other for years. When exactly is your birthday?
November 7th.
November 7th. Okay, so yours is coming up too. Mine's coming up in December,
Okay.
and it's like mine is literally the 18th, 7 days before Christmas. So
Ooh,
it's yeah, that's usually the reaction I get. Oh yeah, sorry about that, buddy. um,
you and Jeremy both get ripped off because you're like 7 days before, and Jeremy's just like right after. So it's like,
but it's okay. It's okay. And you know what's funny is I started thinking about my birthday the other day because like with a little bit of news I'm gonna throw in here because last week we were talking about music. And
right,
so right after, like 2 days, 3 days maybe, after we done that episode, I got like the biggest joy of my like excitement that I've been waiting to hear is that Twisted Sister announced that they're coming back on tour. They're reuniting. They're doing the whole I don't want to say their next farewell tour like, you know, how Kiss does like 84 of them.
a
But
year.
yeah, a year. They're coming back out of retirement, doing their 50th anniversary tour. And I said, I have to go to this concert. And so if anybody knows anybody who knows anybody, you know, just gift me some tickets. That'd be really awesome. But as I'm sitting there thinking, like, I'm like, oh, they're touring next year for their 50th. And then it just kind of hit me. I went, oh my God, next year's my 50th anniversary myself. It's my 50th birthday next year. So it's like, oh wow. So I was like, it's just coming out of the womb and everything whenever they started their band. So like it's
Right.
pretty awesome. Like I'm pretty excited about this. So yeah, I feel that, you know, next year is going to be a good year, you know, for the whole 50-50. Well, at least I have a 50-50 chance.
I turned 50 in November.
Okay.
So
So yeah,
yeah,
you
I'm slightly ahead of the curve on you,
that's okay.
but just slightly, just ever so slightly.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
but we're both young at heart
exactly. Like
until we bend down to
I'm
pick something up. It's just like,
I'm 50 years old in age. Um, I am about a 14-year-old mentally. I'm a 375-year-old physically.
yeah. I was gonna say
Yeah,
my
so
sense of humor is probably at an 11, 12 year old.
yeah, yeah. I'm a solid 12-year-old.
Exactly.
I'm firmly in like just getting ready to get into junior high.
It's just like,
Yeah.
if somebody mentions, "Oh, hey, look at that wiener doll walking," he said wiener. That's just
Yeah,
like my
exactly right. Like,
that's
yeah,
literally my sense of humor, and it's so bad. It's so bad. But yeah, it really hasn't been like that productive of a week. Just the work kind of thing. Um, and that was really about it. We went to the mall in Greensburg yesterday, and I don't know if you've been down there in a while, but they have two, not one, but two, like pop culture stores, and
I haven't been there in a while, but like, I know the one that you're talking about. Is it in behind the mall, like, or is it actually in the mall
it's
now?
these are actually in the mall. These aren't even like that
Okay.
because that one's well, it used to be called Pop Culture Connection.
Yeah, I used to know the guy that used to own the Pop Culture Connections, and I like I he was we knew each other vaguely through like conventions and stuff like that. We'd always run into each other.
Yeah. Well, these two are in the mall, and I forgive me because I cannot remember their names, and I didn't. I got to do a real quick spin around in the one. It used to be Fye, and
Brian's actually trying to call my cell phone right now, so
that's
I'm gonna have
so
to
funny.
text him. Yeah, I'm recording.
um,
But go ahead.
but yeah, so here that one is in the Fye store, or it used to be, and the other one is like it's just like a hole in one of the hole in the wall stores. And I went in there. They had some really cool shit. They had records. They had 8 tracks. They had comics. Uh, the one comic I got really excited that I saw. Um, it was Youngblood. It was from Image. It was Youngblood issue 1,
Oh,
and I
okay.
was like, oh my god, I remember this. I love the characters, and like they really went nowhere. Which was a shame. Which was the same. But and I would probably have remembered and wanted to give them more of a shout out had the people running the store been more friendly. But it's
Okay.
just like you kind of walk in and they don't even acknowledge you. They're just sitting back reading magazines or doing whatever. They weren't even like doing anything to where they're working like, oh well, I'm putting price tags on it. No, they're just sitting there doing nothing. So, needless to
That's
say, I was just like, yeah, I'm not even gonna.
I am gonna have to take a ride down there. It's been a minute since I've been down there. Um, so and like Brian has actually told me about those places.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to go down there just to check it and see if I can dig up any cool stuff. I'm doing the Steel City Spooky Market this Saturday. Okay, so if you're in the city of Pittsburgh and you were looking for some stuff to do, there are two cool things to do this weekend. You have the Steel City Spooky Market, which will be downtown, and then you also have Toy Palooza, which is going to be in Monroeville.
Yeah.
So both of those are thumbs up situations. If you go down to the Steel City Spooky Market, come see your boy. I'll have some really cool comics. Brian's going to be with me. We're going to be hucking and making deals and doing all that sort of stuff. So come on down, say hi, and buy some comics. And if you're going to be down in Steel City, I have some friends at not Steel City at Toy Palooza. I got some buddies down there that are going to be selling. Check out my buddy Dustin. He has some amazing stuff. Um,
Hmm.
Great toy dude, lots of stuff. He's currently down there at the concert tonight in Pittsburgh. I forget the Four Chord Festival. Tonight would have been the only night that I would have wanted to go to because Jawbreaker's playing,
Yeah, I saw that.
and I'd love to have seen Jawbreaker.
So it's
Um,
funny because I was trying to get Todd Wolfson um, to come onto the show tonight. I was like, hey man, sorry to last minute, but you wanted to find out if you wanted to come onto the show. And he said that he couldn't today because he's going to the Ford Chord Festival. I was like, oh, that's dope.
yeah,
So
there's a lot of good bands playing tonight. Tonight would have been the show to see. I mean, like Face to Face is playing tonight, but like I said, Jawbreaker.
isn't
I'd
Blink
love to
down
have
there
seen
too?
them again. But I called Dustin. I was like, dude, do me a solid, get me a Jawbreaker shirt. And he's like, all right. He's like, I'll hook you up. So I'm like, all right, cool. So he like when
Nice.
he got there, he took a picture of the booth, and I was like, I want the Morton Salt Girl one. So he's like, all right. He's like, I just got here. He's like, I don't want to like wander around with the shirts. He's like, I'm gonna try to get it at the end of the night. I was like, not a problem. I was like, you get one, phenomenal. If you don't, no harm, no foul. So
Right.
hopefully, fingers crossed, your boy will get a new Jawbreaker shirt because last time I saw them, I wasn't able to get a shirt because they didn't have any merch with them.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Eh,
sometimes it happens, like, but that's rare.
yeah. I know one thing that I would like to do, like to meet up with you sometime before the Still City market,
Hmm.
because I have Brain Dead by, I said Brain Circus, Brain Dead by Sunday. Big huge shout out to those cats because they sent me some physical copies of their album.
That's
And so
fantastic.
yeah, I think we're gonna do like a giveaway or two or 10 at some point. Uh, but yeah, so like be on the lookout for that. I love having. It's cool to have this like in hand now. But yeah, I was gonna get Todd. Todd's the writer and director of that film Batshit that's gonna be coming out,
Right.
and he actually sent me the screener copy of the movie.
Oh, cool.
So I'll have to forward that to you too. Well, I mean, you could just get it in the email, and because
Yeah.
you have access to it too, so that way we
Okay,
can
great.
watch it. And he's gonna come on October 12th. I don't really
Ooh,
say the dates of
but
when.
we have it locked down, so we might as well.
Well,
We
but
can put it
still,
out.
things could happen within that time. But tentatively, he'll be on the October 13th episode that we release. So,
Um, that's gonna be. I'm not gonna be on that one. That's gonna
ah,
be the one that
that's
Brian's
when
gonna
you're
have
on Erie.
to film for. Yeah, I'll be up in Erie doing the horror festival up in Erie that weekend.
Okay. We
I
can.
mean, like, yeah, it's still cool. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm gonna try to make some connections while we're up in Erie to see if we can get some people to come onto the show. Like we have some people lined up from last spooky market, so hopefully we'll be able to get some people from the Erie Horror Show lined up for it. Because that technically the Erie Horror Show is a film show.
Yeah.
You know,
And which makes me so bummed out because, like, I messaged you that one day and I was like, dude, like, how are film submissions ready or are they still taking them? So, yeah, it already closed. But,
yeah,
uh,
but I said like I'm really looking forward to heading up there for the Erie show because Erie Horror Fest is a blast. If you're anywhere near Erie on the when it's going on, it's 100% worth checking out. This weekend that just passed was the Erie Comic Con. Obviously, I didn't do it, um, but I have that marked because I really want to. Some buddies of mine that do some vending were always like, "You have to do Erie. You'll do great up in Erie." Like
mhm.
it's so. I'm probably gonna go and try to do the Erie Comic Show and Erie Horror next year as well. But this year I will be up at Erie Horror, October 10th and 11th, and then we're coming home on the 12th. So that's the reason why Brian's probably gonna have to fill in for me
No worries.
on that because by the time I get home, unloaded, everything
Sure.
like that, I'm gonna be wiped out.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know.
for sure. Yeah, we'll definitely make it work. And, my goal, of course, by next year, to be at Erie Fest with you because of film submissions.
Right.
And that's something else that I have been doing the past week is just writing. Still waiting on a date. My my goal was to have the Skin Deep film submitted today, but I never got a date from the tattoo shop. So it's not changing anything other than just when it's going to come out. That's all. And
Okay.
that's going to be my first and foremost short film. Then, as I'm doing that, I'm writing another one, another short, and a full length. So,
Please.
yeah, I've been trying trying to keep things like fresh and going. That way, I have some stuff loaded in the cannon.
Like I haven't actually written anything along those lines. Like I kind of put my book on simmer right now.
Hmm.
Um, and I've just been writing down a lot of stuff that I want to do for whenever I launch my solo little mini podcast, that we've been talking about.
Yeah,
Um, so I've been just getting outlines and ideas for that sort of stuff, getting ready to be able to drop on the masses whenever I do. And I've been working on my blog, but that's like completely different than any of this. It has
sure.
nothing to do with pop culture. It just has to do with international
I
relations and
right.
complete nerddom.
As I keep like going back and forth and like, with having the three different shows on here, like I'm almost inclined to say, hey, let's change the moniker as to what it's downloaded as. It's like, and then all the shows be under the umbrella of that one particular brand. Like, because the thing that's been going in my mind is Media Parade, and it's
Okay.
just like a mix of everything. So at some point, you may see on where you subscribe at, it may have a different kind of logo, and it may say Media Parade, but you'll still get your lights, camera, pop, the horror of it all. And did you? I can't remember. Did you say there was a name tentatively, or you didn't?
No, not yet.
The
I've been going
paranormal,
back and forth, and I can't really nail one down yet.
right?
But the
Well,
second I do, you'll know.
and speaking of podcasts too, big shout out to Joe Augustine, JJ. Man, he is getting ready to launch his new podcast, Gen X Marks the Spot. And
I love that name.
I do too. And like, and I ain't gonna lie, he hasn't even started yet, and already I'm feeling like pretty freaking intimidated. Like, holy shit! Like he's doing mad promo for it, and I'm just like, damn, I
Right?
need to step up my game a little bit.
Right? I mean, like he's killing it out there. And like that little promo thing that he did, like it sounded good. I'm like, oh, this
It really
son of
did.
a.
It really did, and
But
I
you
was like,
know what? In all honesty, I hope it takes off.
I
I
do
hope
too.
it's gangbusters. I hope he makes it. I hope he does well. Nothing but kudos and love for it. So, Joe, get out there, get behind the mic, get it done.
And he's gonna
We're all
feel
rooting for
very,
you, brother. We're
for
rooting for
sure,
you.
and he's gonna feel so like, I mean, because he's done this before, so
Right,
just not in podcast form, and he has no
right.
limitations with this, which makes it a lot more easier and a lot more fun for him too. So he's gonna feel just right at home.
Yeah.
um,
So I mean, like I said, I hope he does well, and you know, all it can do is just make things better for all of us.
yeah,
So
I agree. Any kind of news that you got coming out this week? Any comic book news?
I got some weird stuff. I'm gonna
Okay,
like
let's talk some weird stuff.
okay. Now, um
I only have two
I
bits
don't
of
have
advice.
I don't have any recommendations this week because this week kind of like went sideways, especially in the political and the podcasting world. I don't want to
Yeah.
go into it. We all know what's going on, and I have my feelings,
Mm-hmm.
and you can read about that later. Um, but so I kind of dropped the ball on a lot of other stuff because I kind of like immersed into that. But there was a pack there was basically there's a case, an 8-pack of Topps baseball cards. Did you hear about this from 1952?
I did not hear about
They're
this.
they were all sealed, and they sold for $720,000, a
Holy
little
shit!
over 800K when it came to buyer's fees.
Wow. And
Yeah,
why? Why? What was the?
1952. They were untouched, brand new, and it was like just you got basically it was a whole kit and caboodle. So
That's
that was
awesome.
800,000 plus, like about 810,000 dollars, but the actual hammer fee was 720K.
That's
Yep. And
crazy.
now there's a that now for all every people always ask me about like collecting, because you know me, I collect comics, records, watches,
Mm-hmm.
things that go bang. sharp stuff. Like I had like really, I have a big collections on a lot of different stuff. And people always say like, well, what would happen if, XYZ happened, like your house burns down or someone breaks in, do you have insurance? No, there actually is a collector's insurance now. And it's literally called Collectors Insurance Service LLC. Again, guys, we have no affiliation with them, none whatsoever. I just think it's cool that there is an actual factual insurance company that is geared towards our nerddom. And
And it makes sense that this is a thing.
yes, and it helps us out because I mean, like, think about it. I mean, like, 8 packs of baseball cards just sold for $800,000. Comic books can sell for hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. Records can sell for hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, thousands of dollars. So if you have a medium-sized record collection that has like some really good stuff in it, we'll just say you have every pressing, not every pressing, we'll just say you have every 7 inch, just every 7 inch of the Misfits. You're still looking at about a 30 to 45 $1,000 collection
That is insane.
just just in that. I mean, like, you can get, and then you start getting into like the LPs. You have a green vinyl Earth AD. Those have been hitting anywhere between $12,000 to $15,000 for that one record. So yeah, you can only have a record collection of, say, like 100 records, and it might be worth north $100,000.
Oh,
That's you can have you can live in, a small patch here in southwestern Pennsylvania and buy a house for $45,000 and have 2 records that can technically be the same value as your dwelling.
that is absolutely insane to think about. Uh,
Right.
but it's super cool, and we always
Yes.
say,
So at least there's something out there that's
excuse
for
me.
us. It's like FUBU, for us, by us type of a thing. So I'm really stoked about that. I think that's like something that's like cool. Um, so like, oh, I picked up some stuff today. I picked up 5 VHS tapes today because VHS has been like, that's highly collectible now. I
Which
picked
is
up some
still,
Ed Wood stuff today.
oh, nice. What'd you pick up?
Yeah, I picked up 2 Plan 9 from Outer Spaces
Okay.
on VHS. One is still sealed. And the other one's open. Now they are the Rhino collections, like 3 of the
Eh,
Rhino, and then one is I forget the name of the company right now, but the Rhino ones I got the 2 Ed Woods, then I got a Bride of the Monster, and I got a Glen or Glenda, and the Glen or Glenda is actually factory sealed as well, and then I
holy
got
shit.
the copy of the Violent Years as well
Oh wow.
on VHS. So pretty stoked about that. Got a really good deal on them. So those will be on my table at the next show. I'm not sure if I'm going to take them to the spooky market or if I'm going to hold them for Erie.
This almost seemed like an
So
eerie kind of thing.
yeah, so the time will tell. That'll see where it shakes out on me on that one there, where I decide
Yeah.
to put them.
Like take them with you as just a precautionary to Spooky Fest
No,
or the
when I
Spooky
say
Market.
take, I mean like actually for sale.
Oh,
Like
okay.
have them up on my table.
Well, yeah,
You
yeah, but
know,
that's what I'm saying is, um, take it with you, like in case you decide to sell it there. But if not, then
yeah,
you still just have them off to the side.
right.
Um,
So we'll see. Like, because like sometimes I'll kind of curate what I'm going to take
mhm.
to certain shows, and it just because I can't I can't load up everything that I have. It's just I would need a
I was gonna say you need to get a small trailer or something.
yeah, I need like an 18-wheeler. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would normally whenever I do a show, I do one, maybe 2 tables. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, and I do it that way because then like I keep down on table costs, obviously, because some shows can be pretty spicy when it comes to some tables, and it also forces me to concentrate on bringing really really good stuff.
Yeah.
So I try to curate my tables. Like, I try to curate everything that I have when I take it to shows, so that like I always try to maximize my best bang for my buck.
Okay.
Is what I try to do, and I try to keep my prices um like where I make some money, but I'm not gouging anybody. Like I'm dead honest. Like Brian can attest to this. Like I'll be doing some shows, and you'll see I'll have a book that's actually nicer, and my book will be like, we'll say like I'll just throw a number out. It'll be like $40. Then you'll go 5 tables over, and the guy will have the same book in much worse condition, and they'll have like $125 on it.
Good lord.
So yeah. So I try to be like, I make a little bit of money, but my whole thing is I like to find these things homes. So
Sure.
I do what I do, and I have fun with it. And like I said, it's not the way I pay my bills. It's not the way I feed my family. It's just my hobby that I just enjoy doing.
Yeah, and it's always nice to where you can like at least make a, I don't want to say a living, but you can
At
still make a
at
little
some
bit of
point, I'm
means
going to
to.
try to turn it into a living. At some point,
Right,
like
right.
I've been knocking that around for a while. And then comic book wise, we talked about this behind closed doors. How DC was bringing back the Red Hood, had one issue out, and then just knocked it out. Now it's no longer going to be done, and number ones are now have a premium on them because of that. Um, and again, that all has to do with what happened earlier this
Yes,
week.
but
Again, we try to keep politics
sure. Oh
out of
yeah,
our
yeah,
podcast.
absolutely.
So
But in this whole, this may have been a blessing in disguise with them canceling the book, even though it was over that.
right.
Just because I like read, I didn't read. There was a TikTok, a guy doing a review on it, and this was even before the incident.
Mhm.
And I guess like the way they're handling Jason Todd now, the writing was so bad. Like even like the captions where he's like on a rooftop or something, and it said, "It's hot. It's hot out here. Warm like saliva." Just
Well, here's the thing. Like, no offense, man, but the I'm not going to go in like, but the writer sucked to begin with. Like, he never should have been hired to do it anyway. Like,
no.
I'm sorry, but like the writer was less than subpar when it comes to writing in general. Anything. So that's so again, you're right. Like, um, it's probably it would diminish the Red Hood, and the Red Hood is a cool character.
And
So
even I think that even the new design, I don't even know what that was. The new design of the hood, like I didn't even really
I
care
hated
for
it.
it. Yeah, like if they need
It
to go
wasn't the Red
back,
Hood.
yeah, no, they need to go back to the motorcycle jacket, the helmet and everything. Like that was peak.
Yep, that was the Red
And
Hood.
yes.
And I love the original '50s looking Red Hood too. That
Yeah.
all that dome red. You
Yes.
know, that is just awesome. That's creepy looking cool.
Yeah, and they
You
need
know,
to like bring that back, and they need to go back to the style that he was starting out as like the true anti-hero,
right.
and
I
not
got
this like comic version of the anti-hero. It's just I don't know. It
I
doesn't
got
look right.
I got two how I want to say it recommendations of books,
Mm-hmm.
not comic books, but books to read.
Okay.
And the first one is called The Alphabet of Manliness by Maddox. And I don't know if you've ever heard of it or not, but if you haven't, look it up, and if you can, get it. It's just it's hysterical. It's written as a comedy. It is the alphabet A B C D E F G's, and but it's all things like about men, like B is for boobs. Um, yeah, there's a whole thing about Chuck Norris, how he like lives in a floating volcano. I mean, like it's amazing. It's hysterical. And like, you know, whenever you read the back of a book, how it has like, you know, this book is insightful, blah blah blah. You know, New York Times,
Yeah.
you know, blah blah, like different things like that. Well, the things on that is like, your brother's not like this. Your dad's not like this. Why? Why are you like this, mom? And then there's like another one was like, I read this while I fuck my fat bitch girlfriend. Like, It's just it's the most wrong book you've ever read, but it's hysterical. And then another one is another cool book is just called The Zombie Survival Guide, and that's by Max Brooks.
Okay.
Um, and Max Brooks, obviously, you know who his dad is.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks, yeah. And it's literally a zombie survival guide. Like it's written like a military field guide for war, but against zombies. Very cool, very neat, very fun, fast read, something that's definitely worth it. Um, and it may save your life because like I'm that serious. This stuff could work. Like a lot of the scenario stuff can actually factually work in real scenarios.
That
So it's definitely a cool book to have. So that's my nerddom and my recommendations, and a little bit of comic book talk there and a little bit of whatever. So that's it.
um, and as for me, a couple things that I have is Sean Astin, Mikey from the Goonies, Rudy, Toy Soldiers. Uh, he
Mhm.
was um, he was elected SAG president.
I saw that.
Yeah, like, and I thought that was like pretty cool because like he uh he knows what he's doing. He's been in the industry for years. Uh, his his mom's Patty Duke. And so I mean, yeah, he's been in round it, so it just kind of makes sense. And his basic duties are going to be representing members in contract negotiations with major studios, producers, advocating for fair wages, safe working conditions, and probably the most newest one is protections against AI. So I mean,
Well,
he
you know who his dad is too, right?
yeah, but
Gomez.
yeah, Gomez, yeah, I'm sorry, Sean Astin, but
Yep.
or John Astin, Jesus, he's Sean
John
Astin,
Aston. Yeah.
but you know that that's not his like biological father.
No.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
actually
I heard that.
adopted. Yeah, yeah. Patty Duke is his real mom, but
Yeah.
John Astin had adopted him, which I think is so cool.
I still think that's awesome. Still, I mean, like, when your dad's freaking, Gomez,
Right?
how badass is that?
Absolutely. And then the company A24, who puts out films like The Lighthouse, uh, Hereditary, Midsummer, Moonlight, Ex Machina. Um, they are closing in and reportedly landing the film and TV rights to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And
Oh,
from
really?
yeah, so and from what I've been reading up on is that they're gonna launch a whole new franchise beginning with a TV series, and like I'm all for it because like it's always neck and neck between who's my favorite film franchises, whether it's Halloween or Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and because both are so convoluted with each other and contradict the next film.
Right.
So I mean, but it's always so much fun to watch them, and so I'm all for it. I'm saying bring it, and TV shows seem to be the way to go when it comes to horror anymore. They kill. The series was phenomenal, and it was a huge hit. They had like the Bates Motel, and then and I did see that they are doing a. I don't know if it was a TV remake. I will have to go back and look, but um, they're either doing a TV remake of Silence of the Lambs, and Zendaya from Spider Man is
Really?
set to play Clarice.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah, I'm kind of all for it. I have nothing against that. She's a good actress, and Silence of the
Yeah.
Lambs, of course, hometown kind of like thing, I guess. Um, I'm all for it. Bring it on, and
Yeah,
it's
I'm
a
into that.
big story, big a popular franchise kind of thing because like what that's it's been a TV show. They did Hannibal. Then they had the films Hannibal, Red Dragon. It was very popular. Everybody liked it. So I mean, I'm all for it. Bring it on.
I am too. Like I'm looking forward to that. I heard a funny quote today, and since we're talking about films right now, and then I just thought you'll get a kick out. It just says like you have never actually watched an entire movie in your in your life ever, because you have to blink. So I'm like,
Oh,
I'm just sitting there
dear
thinking like,
God.
son of a bitch, it's kind of right.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and it's funny because like I actually heard a quote too, and I was just thinking about going back to the whole Twisted Sister thing and reunion bands and tours and stuff like that. And I'm probably gonna butcher the quote because I didn't write it down. Um, but it said there are two different versions of how a reunion will go. It's either they're gonna be so good that they're gonna be like taking you back to your youth, or it's gonna be so bad to make you realize, oh, I can't believe I'm 50. And
That's
so
so true.
yeah, and so I'm hoping that the Twisted Sister concert will be the first where it just takes you back to your youth. I've never got to see them, and I actually have been listening to a couple live albums from them, and holy shit! Like, of course, this was like '85 that the albums were recorded from, but still, uh, they sound amazing live. So I'm curious to see how this all goes and plays out. We started a little late recording tonight, and I think this is like it's kind of funny. Um, Usually my daughter Maddie, she doesn't really come out and she doesn't really want to do a movie kind of night. So I'm like, yeah, sure, we'll do a movie night when she asked, and she's like, let's watch K-pop Demon Hunters. And so I'm like, okay, sure. I've kind of been wanting to see it. I've heard nothing but good things about it. Um, so we put it on. Animation's good. The story was good. Like it was kind of like I don't know. I could see how people were hooked on it. And but
I've never seen it, but I've heard nothing but really good things about it.
well, it's this is how crazy that this how much of a phenom that this movie is right now. It's a strictly Netflix movie. They put it in theaters for like 2 days, and it did $50 million.
Holy.
And then they put it back on Netflix. So for a movie that you can watch on Netflix for essentially free, if you think about it,
Yeah.
by paying a monthly fee, but hell, some people like me, like I, how I do my prescription. I swear I'm not stroking out. How I do my subscriptions is like when something new is coming on that I want to watch, because typically what they do, they just put everything on all at one time, and that's it. So I will sit like Cobra Kai, for example. I'll subscribe to Netflix, watch my Cobra Kai, cancel it after the 30 days. I know I shouldn't do that, but I mean that's kind of how it works.
That's what
Um,
everyone does.
yeah, it really is, and I'm going to be looking into doing that again. Well, see, I don't know. There's a couple of things that's going to be coming up, but like January, the new season of The Pit comes on HBO
I
Max.
cannot wait.
We need to do like an after show episode and like watch the show and then recap it afterwards and do a discussion about it. That show is so freaking good. Um, but yeah, so uh, this K-pop Demon Hunters was really freaking good, and the music was so catchy. And if I were to do a list of best soundtracks to movies, I think this one here would automatically be an honorable mention. That's like how catchy it was, and already like even right now in my head as I'm talking, I'm like my little soda pop. It's just it's catchy. So yeah, if you haven't got a chance to watch it, uh, go check it out. It's pretty good.
I
You
am.
will
I'm gonna
definitely
definitely
enjoy it.
watch it.
But while I'm bringing that up. What do you think? So, if what kind of soundtracks do you like soundtracks to movies, or because are you just strictly like albums, like
No,
Misfits
no, no,
or
no, 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 no. I do like soundtracks. There are definitely some great soundtracks that are out there. Um,
What are some of your
but
favorites?
I don't like I don't run out to buy soundtracks.
Okay, that's
I
fair.
do own several.
Hmm.
I do own several, and I try to find them on vinyl when I do. Um, but I have a couple on CD. Okay, soundtrack. I'm just gonna run down my list real quick since we're burning evening. Um,
Yeah, we're gonna keep this episode a little
number
short for you
five
guys.
for me, like this is gonna say because I don't like the movie, but I like the soundtrack. Is Twilight. Um,
Okay.
the Twilight movies have a really great soundtrack. I mean, there's Black Rebel Motorcycle Clubs on them, Death Cab for Cuties on them. They Paramore's on them. I'm not a big Paramore fan, but like their Black Rebel Motorcycle Club songs are just second to none, and I really, really like them. Um, then High Fidelity. If you've ever have you ever seen that
John
movie?
Cusack.
Yes.
Yeah.
That soundtrack is just phenomenal with like the Beta Band, Dry the Rain. Like that soundtrack is great. Another Cusack movie, Gross Point Blank, which is one of my top five favorite movies of
Minnie
all time,
Driver. Yeah.
is just fantastic. Gross Point Blank has like the Clash, it has the Specials, it has this such phenomenal stuff on there. Then Repo Man. Repo Man is number two. Again, that's I don't know if you've ever seen that or not.
Yeah.
Repo Man is an early '80s um, gritty street. It's basically it's a punk rock movie. A lot of good stuff on that one. X is on that. Black Flag, stuff like that. Great. And then number one for me is The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, damn. Damn, you hit me with
And
that. Like I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. Um,
that's my number one, Nightmare Before Christmas. And then my honorable mentions, Deadpool's first movie. That soundtrack is great.
I
I
love
love
the
when the shoot
Deadpool
comes
rap.
on.
Yeah.
And then and then I like just call me angel in the morning. And then Star Wars. Um, you just can't go wrong with a great Star Wars
No, not at
um
all. Um,
soundtrack. And then my last one for honorable mentions is another odd one, and it's Sweeney Todd.
there's nothing wrong with that. Honestly, like I like musical soundtracks. Like when it comes to like Darren Lynn Bousman, he
Hmm.
has like Repo the Genetic Opera. He has the
Okay.
Devil's Carnival. Devil's Carnival is phenomenal, and it's one that like while I'm working, sometimes I'll throw it on and I'll listen to. So like I tell you another one, and this I didn't even write this one down, but when you mentioned musical, it just jogged my memory, especially with Johnny Depp. It like really threw me up. Um, Crybaby, the John Waters
Oh
film.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's a good one.
like I love that
I thought
movie, and the
about putting that on
soundtrack
my.
is so
I thought
good.
about not literally. I almost knocked Star Wars off and put that on for on my honorable mentions.
Hey, and it's funny because like movie soundtracks can be so helpful to a movie.
Oh yeah.
Um, my wife was painting today. She painted the wall. And here, just as background music, I put on, background noise, I put on the original Halloween. And
Oh
I'm
okay.
sitting there, like, I'm listening to it, and that it, the soundtrack continuously plays throughout the entire movie. Like, there's not really a break from what I mean. There may have been one or two little moments that didn't have any music, but it was followed up quickly by music, if that makes sense. But
Oh yeah, I get it.
honestly, that film, and I made this comment to Katie earlier. I said, this movie would not, I don't think it would have been as big if it wasn't for John Carpenter's Halloween. The soundtrack.
The soundtrack. Yeah.
The
Another movie that's like that, that's in that vein, is Jaws. Like
Oh yeah, for sure.
The Foley and the music in Jaws. Like if it wasn't for like the music, like the music makes it creepy.
Yes, it does, and it adds such an ambiance to or aesthetic to what you're watching. Um,
Right.
it's such a it's such a mind, and now you hear it's just synonymous throughout history and everything. With one of my honorable mentions that I added for soundtrack, it was like the first time that I heard an album that there was rock and rap combined, and it was such a solid album all the way through. Was Judgment Night.
Judgment Night. I
Yes,
knew
with Onyx,
that.
Biohazard, which Biohazard puts on a really good show. But yeah, Onyx,
You know,
Biohazard, Helmet.
Hey, do you know Biohazard and Onyx are on tour with each other, and they're
I
coming to Pittsburgh,
I
right?
I did know that. Are there? Yeah, I said Stage AE maybe.
No, they're
No.
playing. They're playing at my buddy's place down in Preserving Underground down in
Oh,
New
New
Kensington.
Kensington. That's where Twisted
Yep.
played for their album release party.
Okay. Yep.
Excuse me. Um, Run down a couple of my absolute favorites, and honestly, I don't know if I could put this in any certain order because like I it could really vary. But the Crow soundtrack
Okay.
is it's one that I can listen to all the way through. The Lost Boys is just as
Ooh.
classic as the movie itself. And of course, I did throw on John Carpenter's Halloween. That movie would not be what it was without that. And it's such a phenomenal soundtrack. And this one's kind of like newer is Us. The Jordan Peele movie with Nupita Laningo.
I've never seen it.
Dude, you need to
I
watch
haven't
this
seen
movie.
it.
It is so good.
I just
Um,
wrote it down.
yeah, you have to watch it. It is such a good movie, and the soundtrack is amazing. They also have a really interesting tweak to "I Got Five" on it, and they turn it into a horror song or part of the score. It's they they did a really good job with it. Um,
That's cool. Yeah, I'm definitely have to check that out.
yeah, for sure. And another one is The Breakfast Club.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, The Breakfast Club, that soundtrack is phenomenal, as is its companion, in my eyes, Footloose. Footloose is another soundtrack that just, oh, it's just timeless. It is absolutely timeless. And lastly, and I know that really the soundtrack has really just one song on it, and the rest is all instrumental. But it is one song that makes the entire movie because it is also the name of the movie is Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I love the Dickies to begin with, and that soundtrack. Oh my god, that soundtrack is really good, and it
I
just
remember.
came out for the first time on vinyl, and I
I remember.
have.
I remember seeing the Dickies. They played with um, those Dickies, Damned, the Misfits.
Oh
It was
wow,
like a bunch. It was a good show, and that was. I haven't seen the Dickies in years and years. That was like my first time seeing them in probably like 15 years. And I literally forgot how much fun they are. And then the fact that they always use like puppets and stuff like that when they're playing. They're if you've never seen the Dickies, they're definitely a band worth watching.
yeah, I do. I really like them a lot, and that album, like I said, they just finally released it maybe 2 years ago. It was the first time ever on vinyl, and I have the first pressing of it.
That's
I couldn't
that's
resist.
definitely one to get.
Yeah, I couldn't resist, and for maybe the first month, I kept it sealed, and then I'm like, I got to see the poster because it came with a poster. I got to see it. So I opened it, and I know I shouldn't have, but you know what? Like, I'm not that kind of collector. Like, if I get it,
Sometimes things need to be enjoyed.
yes. Now, like a lot of my fun, not a lot, all of my Funko Pops are still in their packaging. Never smelled the air outside. Um, and I don't even know why, because it's not like I ever feel the need that I'm going to part with them. But at the same time, it's like I like them in their package. They just look good in their packaging. But
I,
those are my soundtrack.
I love watching. I love having a collection that is like both opened and unopened. For the most part, when I was like really like hardcore toy collector,
Hmm.
I was a straight up like mint sealed box. That's all I wanted. Like nothing, like no open stuff, no anything. Yeah, if human hands touched it, I was not interested in it at the least bit. Um, but as I got older and kind of got into collecting more, that changed. I got to the point to where um I was okay with stuff being out of the box, and I was never like well, this is all I want. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But I like a nice mixture. Um, and I mean, let's face it, sometimes you cannot get a toy or whatever it is that's not open because you just can't afford to
Right.
get one. You know, like a perfect example is like the Xenomorph, the original Xenomorph alien. One of them in the box, man, you're looking at you're going to be dropping some major ass coin on something like that. You know, even an opened one, you're going to be dropping some major ass coin. Even an opened broken one, you're going to be dropping some major ass coin. So you have to start saying like what is the best return for your buck? You know what I mean? Like obviously it's going to be the mint and sealed box. It's going to always be
Of
your
course.
best return for your buck. But do you have, are you willing to sacrifice, uh, your rent payment, your house payment, your kids' college fund for a toy?
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of people are sitting back there again, like, well, yeah, you know,
Somebody's out there saying, "I just bought Darth Vader's lightsaber."
yeah, really, somebody's like, I just spent $27 million on freaking pair of shoes from,
Right.
the Wizard of Oz, or basically $800,000 on
Baseball cards.
baseball cards.
Right.
But I mean, like, I'm talking the average Joe, like you and I, like the people that like get up at 4 a.m. and work for 12 hours a day, in like a normal-ish job, you know, like, we're not bad, we have our houses, we have cars, we have, we're, solidly, our feet are planted pretty well in the, middle class lifestyle.
I think so.
Um, Most of us don't have like that extra cash to be able to buy those big ticket items. But if you're out somewhere and you see a loose one that's, 90% complete and it's a quarter of the price, you can justify that in your brain. At least I
Yeah.
know I can.
Yeah, I agree. Um, has there ever been a collectible or something that you owned that was a collectible that you don't have anymore that you just like are so mad that you don't?
Oh, dude, I have a list.
Tell me one. Just give me one example.
Okay, Godzilla.
Is it the one with the
The
tail,
original, the
or not the
original,
tail, but the
the
fist?
the original Godzilla with the rocket firing hands.
I had that too.
Um, yeah, one of them. And I sold it off. A lot of like my old Transformers, like I sold them off. Um, so Nightmare Before Christmas stuff, but
Hmm.
then again, like the Nightmare stuff got really saturated really quick. But still, some of it had like still some of it carries like a bit of a premium. But a lot of like my Japanese stuff that I let go, like a lot of like the Gundam figures and Mega Man and then like going back like Ultraman and Voltron type of stuff back in the
Ugh,
80s. Like I had a massive collection, but like my collection would come in waves too, because like I would collect a lot of stuff for a while, and then then like I would transition out. And like I said, I'm not rich, so it's not like I won the Powerball or anything like that. So I would sell off other collections to focus on something new. You
sure.
know what I mean? So, and then I kind of got out of things, like out of like toys in general. And I sold them all off. And then I got into watches, which I still am. I'm still a big watch nerd. So like I got some really cool watches. Um, I haven't sold them yet, which I never will. I don't think those are going to go anywhere. Um, but toy wise, like my current toy collection is pretty much nothing compared to like what I had. Like it's probably like it's under. it's under 3%
I
of what I
had
originally had.
there was a few things that like I had as well. I used to collect Halloween masks, and just the heat in my apartment melted a lot of them.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was so bad. And there was this one clown mask, and it was bald, and oh, I can't even describe it. I'll have to post a picture because I do have a picture. There is somebody who does sell them, but they sell them for like $120. And I'm like,
Uh,
I can't drop that to just to justify. I did. There's just no way. But I do. I
right.
love that mask. It looks so good and it fit perfect. Then I had the original. I dare I say Michael Myers mask. They at the time though, when you looked in the Halloween outlet books, the catalogs that would come, it was like Sears
Hmm.
catalog for Halloween freaks. Uh, and they had the Michael Myers mask, but then it was just called the mask. And I remember picking it up at a costume shop for like $40, and it just deteriorated over the years. And so yeah, I just kind of got out of away from that. I do currently still have two masks. Oh no, let me take it back. I have two latex masks. I got a Leatherface, the Pretty Woman mask, and I got a Halloween 2018 Michael Myers mask. But
like like for me, collecting, I don't get joy in having the stuff anymore. Does that make sense?
yeah,
Like, um, like before, I loved like walking into my house and then just every square inch of my house be covered with crazy toys and comics and records and posters and just ephemera in general of just, cool shit. Let's just put it that way. Um, but over the years, I have sold off most of my stuff, focused it on certain things that I personally collect that I like I enjoy more. But I still love comics and I still love records and stuff like that. But I don't really collect them as much anymore. I I like to find them and then move them into another home.
yeah,
Okay, I found that I like, to me, it's more the thrill of the hunt than it is the actual obtaining the item for myself. Um, so
that makes
now
sense.
for me, I like to just find stuff, curate it, and I just feel like I'm just like, rehabbing it for somebody else. That's where I am.
And it's
That's how I operate now. Like I said, I'm not a collector. I still am. I'll always be a collector of something, you
right.
know. But now I kind of use toys, comic books, and excuse me, and records to fund other things that I'm into. But I still have toys, comics, and records that I will never get rid of. They have too much personal meaning to me. Um, but again, that's only like maybe like 1% of my original collection.
Sure.
So like I said, I'll always hunt. I'll always go out. I will always look for things. I'll always scavenge. I'll always buy, sell, and trade. Um, and for me, I love finding it and buying it. And I'm just like, oh, this is so cool. And then putting it on my table.
Yeah.
And then when someone comes up to my table and it's just like, holy crap, you have no idea how long I have been looking for this. And I tend, for me, I think I've talked about this once or twice before, but I'll say it again real fast. I know we're burning up a lot of time, but um, for me, my whole thing for collecting and everything like that, um, I try to get the worst copies of the best books or the worst copies of the best item. Um, I know that's like antithetical to like what most people think for collecting that, you should always try to get like, the 9.9, whatever comic. If I come across that for a decent price, yeah. But in my mind, when I come across a rare book, say like the first appearance of Rhino or something like that,
Right.
and as long as the book is complete, it's all there, and it looks half decent, and I can get it for a good price, I'll buy it. I will clean it up. I will press it. I will make it look nicer. So let's just say it would, if I would send it the way I find it in, and it will come back at a 1.5 graded. It'll come back at a 1.5. But by the time I'm done with it, after I clean it, after I press it, after I do a few things with it that I do, sprinkle my little magic dust on it, and then it might come back. And if I decided to send it away, it might come back at a 3. So yeah, I doubled it. But again, that's still not a high grade, anything like that. But that book, I can sell that book. Say it's well, I'm just going to use the number. Say it's a $500 book.
Okay.
$500 for, again, someone like you and I, that's a hard pill to swallow. But if I can buy it and I can clean it up and I can do a few things with it and I can sell it for $125 and I can still make a little bit of money off of it, and I can put it on my table and put it for $125, and someone comes up to me and is like, wow, like I never thought I'd be able to own this book, an original one of these books.
Right.
I refer to them as placemats. You know what I mean? Because yeah, you might not be able to have a 6 or an 8 or a 9 right now, but you could have a 3. And then at some point in time, my 3 is that 3 is going to go up in value to where you could sell it, put that money towards a 6.
Yep. Exactly.
You know what I mean? So you have your placemat book.
Hmm.
So you can honestly say, yeah, I have an original one. It might not be the prettiest copy, but it's mine and I own it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then my whole philosophy is like, low grade is better than no grade. So I would rather have a low grade book than nothing at all.
I agree with
Or
that.
a reprint or an
Yes.
omnibus. I could always have my omnibus books, go back and actually read the stories, but then I can go back into my white boxes, open them up, dig through and be like, wow, I own this. This is a piece of freaking history. This is an original, you
Exactly.
know?
Right. Oh,
And
for sure.
no matter what, it's always going to go up in value. It might not have these massive jumps that the really nice books have,
Hmm.
but it'll always creep up. So no matter what, it's still a half decent little investment.
Absolutely. You know what else would be a great investment?
Hmm.
Is if Super Bowl and NFL would stop dragging their ass and get Weird Al on the 2026 stage.
I was just going to say that.
Which everybody, I hope you know that when we start talking about Weird Al, it's time to
That
go.
means we're closing the
We're
show.
closing up shop. I hope everybody had a good time listening to us and getting your geek on, getting our geek on. You can follow us over on Lights Camera Pop on Facebook, Lights Camera Pop Pod on Instagram, and you can email us at lightscamerapoppod@outlook.com and follow nomad underscore comics underscore collectibles on Instagram. And anything else you want to add?
No, that's pretty much about it. I think maybe next week we can talk about, because we didn't talk about any of the stuff that we watched this week. We can kind of add that to next week's topics.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I did watch. I did a
I got
rewatch of something.
and I
That.
got some stuff maybe we can talk about, like the worst records that we've ever come across at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
not next week, but that can be like a
It's gonna
topic
come
for
up.
some other time.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, maybe
So,
look into getting a guest next week.
sounds good to me.
And also hit the share button on our posts, please. I mean, it just a click, simple share. Just say, get it out there. Let people know that we're there. Leave a review. We're on Apple, Spotify, Podbean, iHeartRadio, Amazon. But yeah, just give us a little share. I mean, I'm not trying to put any pressure on you, but it would be nice. I just, never mind. But excuse me. But yeah, no pressure. But if you could, just give us a little share on that. It'd be greatly appreciated. And have everybody follow the Facebook page. Um, I think we're at like 117, 118, 119 people following. I'd like to keep boosting it up each week. I'd like to get up to
Yeah,
200.
definitely.
And, but yeah, just give us a share, give us a follow, send us an email, and we'll be doing some giveaways soon. So, on that note, everybody, have a great week, and we will see you next time.
Bye bye, guys.
Later.